Hi class, today we're talking about notes 5-10 and we're continuing with multi-step equations, and I'm on page 28 in your binder. So, real quick review of multi-step equations. If we look at number 19, I'm sorry. Remember, with multi-step equations, we ask, do I have that distributive property first? Then I see, can I combine like terms? After I do that, I see, are there any letters that need to move to the left? And then I can solve. Okay? So, in the first one, I have an equation, so I'm going to draw my line down the middle. Do I have any distributive property? Well, I do. I'm distributing this 1/2 to both of those. And remember, it's a negative 14. So 1/2 times 6w is going to give me 3w. 1/2 times negative 14 gives me negative 7, and that equals 14. Do I have any combining like terms? No. Do I have any letters I need to move from the left? No. Now I just solve. I'm going to do the opposite of my constant, so add 7 to both sides. So I'm left with 3w is equal to 21. And then I divide by 3 to get it away from the w, and I'm left with w equals 7. So I solved that one. Alright, same thing with number 20. Do I have any distributive property in this one? No, I don't. Do I have any combining like terms on either side that I can do? No. Do I have any letters on the left that I need to move? Well, I have a letter that's on the right, so I need to move it to the left. Remember, when I'm moving the letter, I have to do the whole term, so that's a negative 4x. I need to add 4x. I'm going to add it to the x term on the other side. 7x plus 4x gives me 11x plus 8 equals 63. Now that I've done my letters on my left, I need to solve. Get rid of the constant, so I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. I'm left with 11x equals 55. And then I divide by 11 on both sides to get it away from the x, and I'm left with x is equal to 5 for this problem. So go ahead, pause the video here, do number 21 and 22. When you're ready, unpause the video and I'll show you the answers. Okay, your answers for 21 is x equals 1. Your answer for 22 should be x equals 10. If you don't understand either two of those, pause the video here and ask for my help in class. Let's look at the ones down below. I want you to skip number 23 and number 24 for right now. I don't want you to put any x's in them. I don't want you to cross them out. I just want you to skip them for right now. If you have time at the end of the lesson, you can come back to these ones, but these ones are challenge problems. So I want you to come back and finish these ones later. Right now, I want you to do number 25 and 26. Remember, you ask yourself, can I distribute? Then, can I combine like terms? Are there any letters I need to move to the left? And then you solve. So if you need to, look back in your notes, pause the video here, and I want you to try to do 25 and 26 by yourself, and then I'll go over one of them once you are ready. Unpause the video. Okay, let's look at number 25 together. Remember, we draw our line down the middle. Do I have any distributive property? Yes, I do. It's right here. Okay, so I have 7 times 3, which is 21. Then I have 7 times negative u, which will give me negative 7u, plus a u, 1u, equals 5 minus 2u. Then I ask myself, do I have any combining like terms on either side? On the first side, I do. I have a positive 21, which is a constant, but then I also have this negative 7u and this positive 1u. I'm going to rewrite it, so the letters are first, negative 7u plus 1u plus 21. And Now I have negative 7u plus 1u is going to give me negative 6u plus 21. And I should be writing over on this side the problem and recopying it. Alright, now I did my combining like terms. Do I have any letters that I should move to the left? Yes, I do. I have this negative 2u, so I'm going to add 2u to both sides. Negative 6u plus 2u gives me negative 4u plus 21 is equal to 5. And now I can solve. So I'm going to move my constant, negative 21 times 21. So I'm left with negative 4u equals 5 minus 21 gives me negative 16. And then I'm going to divide by negative 4 to get it away from the u. And I'm left with u equals 4. You would solve number 26 the same way, except the distributive property is on the opposite side. You would end up with b equals 18. Okay, and if you have any questions about either of those two, stop the video here and ask for help in class. Alright, let's look at the next page. So this is solving equations, but there's some special solutions that happen. And this is page 29 in your binder. So let's look at the first example that we have at the top of the page. If we were to solve this problem, okay, we're still going to follow our multi-step rules. Do I have distributive property? Do I have combining like terms? Do I need to move my letters to the left? And then I solve. Alright, do I have any distributive property in this one? No. Do I have combining like terms? Yes, I have this 8x, and I'm sorry, the 10x and the negative 10x, and then I have this constant, which is 23, this positive 23 here. Now I can rewrite this, so I have 6 equals 10x minus 10x plus 23. If I combine my x's here, I have 6 equals 10x minus 10x is going to give me 0x. I don't really need to write that. And it equals 23. Now, the question I have here is 6 equal to 23? Is that the reflexive property? And it's not. This is false. When it is false like this, there is no real solution to this problem. And the reason for that is because any number that I plug in for x, it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 17, any number I plug in, regardless of what it is going to cancel right here. So when it cancels, you can't plug anything in to make it work, because I'm still going to be left with 6 is not equal 23 in the end, which is false. Okay, so there's no real solution. If it comes out to be false, the answer is no real solution. Now if we look at the second example, do I have any distributive property? No. Do I have any combining like terms on either side of that equal sign? No. Do I have any letters on the letters that need to be moved to the left? And I do. I have this negative 9p right here. So I'm going to add 9p to both sides to move it. And when I do that, negative 9p plus 9p, that cancels and makes 0. So I'm actually left with 4 is equal to 4. Now the question is that the reflexive property? Is that true? And that is true. So when the answer is true, the real answer is all real numbers. Because I could plug in any number into this problem, and regardless of what it multiplies out to be, it's going to cancel either side, and I'm going to be left with the 4 equals 4, which are the constants. So I can plug any number into that problem. Okay, so let's do number 1 together, and let's see what it would work out to be. So I'm going to draw my line down the middle. Do I have any distributive property? No. Do I have any combining like terms? No. Do I have any letters I need to move to the left? Yes, right here. So I'm going to subtract 3a from both sides. Make sure you match it up with your a. I have 3a minus 3a, which is going to give me 0. So I'm left with 9 is equal to 11. Well, the question you have to ask yourself is 9 equal to 11? No, that's false. So that ends up with our answer of no real solution. Okay? You try number 2. See if you can figure out what the answer would be. Is it going to be all real numbers or no real solution? You go ahead and solve. Now that you've solved the problem, let's check our work. So we draw our line down the middle. Do I have any distributive property? No. Do I have any combining like terms on either side? No. Do I have any letters I need to move to the left? Yes. I have this 6a. I'm going to subtract 6a from both sides. When I do that, I have 6a minus 6a, which is going to cancel, so I'm left with 6 is equal to 6. Now, that is true. So this is true. So our answer is going to be all real numbers. Okay? So let's look at the 4 down below. I want you to pause the video here. I want you to do 3, 4, 5, and 6 all by yourself. Figure out, are they true or are they false? And then tell me, is it all real numbers or is there no real solution? So go ahead, pause the video here, and then you can come back and unpause the video to check your work. Alright, the answer for number 3 should be no real solution. The answer for number 4 should be all real numbers. The answer for number 5 should be all real numbers. And number 6 should be no real solution.